Good morning, students. In the last class, we had solved an example on force on a differential element, force on a differential current element. Let us solve one more example on that. Second example, a conductor 4 meter long, a conductor 4 meter long lies along the y-axis, lies along the y-axis, lies along the y-axis with a current of with a current of 10 ampere in the AY bar direction, in the AY bar direction. Find the force on the conductor, find the force on the conductor if the field in the region, if the field in the region is B bar is equal to 0.005 AX bar Tesla, right? A conductor 4 meter long lies along the y-axis. So this is X, Y and Z. Conductor is lying along the y-axis. It is lying along the y-axis and it is 4 meter long. 4 meter long. Carries a current of 10 ampere. It carries a current of 10 ampere in the AY bar direction. AY bar direction. So you have to find the force on the conductor given the magnetic field. So magnetic field given is B bar is equal to 0.005 AX bar Tesla. We are supposed to find the value of the force acting on the conductor, right? So this force is given by, as we know the formula for the force, F is equal to I dl bar into B bar, I dl bar into B bar. So what are the values that are given? I is equal to 10 ampere, dl bar, it is a vector. Since we consider that length is in x direction or in y direction or in z direction, so dl bar is a vector. So it is dl bar is equal to 4, it is along the y direction, right? Current is flowing along the y direction, so it is 4 AY bar, and B bar is equal to, we have written it, B bar is equal to 0.05 AX bar Tesla. Substituting these values in this equation, F is equal to ideal bar into B bar, we get F bar is equal to, so that is I is 10 into ideal bar is 4 AY bar, this into B bar. B bar is 0.05 AX bar. So this is what we get here. This will be 10 into 4 into 0.05. 10 into 4 into 0.05. This is 10 into 4 into 0.05. So this is this into AY bar cross AX bar. AY bar cross AX bar. So this is 10 into 4 is 40. 40 into 5 is 200 with 2 digits. So it will be 2, right? AY bar cross AX bar. AX, AY, AZ or XYZ. So if you go from X to Y, Y to Z, it is cyclic, right? So if you consider AX cross AY, we get AZ. If you consider AY cross AZ, we get AX. Now it is AY cross AX, it is reverse. So it is minus AZ bar. This is minus AZ bar. So the answer is, this is minus 2 AZ bar Newton. This is the magnitude of the force on the conductor. Fine. Let us move on to the next topic. That is force between differential current elements. force between differential current elements. Force between differential current elements. Consider two current elements, right? Consider two current elements. So this is the first current element. So direction is positive, negative, positive to negative. The current is flowing from positive to negative. This is I1. This is I1 dl1 bar. I1 dl1 bar. This is I1, right? Then here next current element we are considering here. This is the next current element. So again the direction is positive, negative. We are considering the same current direction, positive to negative. And this is I2. Current element is I2 dl2 bar. I2 dl2 bar. This is the current I2 which is flowing also from positive to negative, right? So when we are discussing the electrostatic fields, we have studied that a point charge exerts a force on another point charge, right? A point charge exerts a force on another point charge. If the 2 point charges are similar, that is if both are positive or both are negative, they repel each other. If both are opposite, one is positive, another one is negative, right, they attract each other, is it not? So similarly here we are considering two differential current elements, I dl1 bar, I2 dl2 bar. The current through both of them is same. Current through both of them is same. So as the current through both of them is same, right, there will be force of attraction between the two. Current is flowing here, the current is flowing from positive to negative here. So there is a force of attraction between the two current carrying elements. Okay. So they produce their own magnetic field. I1 dl1 bar is producing its own magnetic field B1. I2 dl2 bar is producing its own magnetic field B2. So the magnetic field B2 produced by I2 dl2 bar current element, it exerts a force on the current element I1 dl1 bar. Similarly, the magnetic field produced by I1 dl1 bar magnetic that is current element exerts a force on I2 dl2 bar, that is the other current element. Okay, so like this, if you want to find the force exerted, now force exerted on differential current element, force exerted on a differential current element, differential force exerted on a differential current element, force exerted on a differential current element is given by force on a differential current element is given by d of df1 bar. So I am finding the force exerted on the first current element due to the magnetic field in the second current element. Okay, so as it is the force exerted between two differential current elements, we are considering it as d of df1. Okay, if it was the force of a differential current element on a point charge, then we would have simply considered it as only df1 bar. But as it is the force exerted between two differential current elements, I am considering it as d of df1 bar. So this is equal to I1 dl1 bar into db2 bar. Take it as equation 1. That is force exerted on the first current element due to the magnetic field in the second current element, that is nothing but given by the force in the first current element, the current in the element, the current flowing or the current element, that is I1 dl1 bar, multiplied by the magnetic field of the other current element. Okay, that is db2 bar, because the force is exerted by the other magnetic field, right? Force is exerted by the other magnetic field, so to consider the other magnetic field, that is db2 bar. Okay, according to Biot-Savart's law, Biot-Savart's law, we know that according to Biot-Savart's law, we know that db2 is given by vector db2 is given by mu naught into dh2 bar, right? So this will be what? Mu naught into what is dH2 bar given by? dH2 bar is, it is in the magnetic field intensity in the second current element. So it is I2 dL2 bar, right, second current element, multiplied by into the vector AR21 bar, this divided by 4 pi R21 square, right. Take it as equation 2. This is dB2 bar. Okay, so you know the equation for magnetic field intensity is the current or the current element multiplied by the vector divided by 4 pi into distance square. Fine. Now substitute the value of dB2 bar in equation 1. Substitute dB2 bar in equation 1. We can write here d of, so what will be the equation if we substitute the equation for dB2, this equation, in equation 1. So we get, the equation will be d of df1 bar, this is equal to mu naught is constant, I will take it outside, so that is I1 dl1 bar is already there in the equation 1, right. Mu naught is there in equation 2, it is constant, I will take it outside. So this into, right, I2 dl2 bar into AR21 bar, this divided by 4 pi R21 square. Okay, take it as equation 3. Mu naught into I1 dl1 bar into I2 dl2 bar into AR21 bar vector, that divided by 4 pi R21 square. So this equation gives the force d of df1 between the two current elements. So similarly, so if we integrate this equation, two times, right. So if we integrate this equation 2 times, what we get? We get nothing but the force F1 bar. So by integrating this equation number 3 2 times, integrating equation 2 2 times, we get F1 bar, this is equal to, so mu naught is constant, I1 is constant, I2 is constant, right. This divided by 4 pi is constant. So closed surface integral. So first inside term is, right, it is L2, right. L2 is there, so first integrate with respect to L2, then closed surface integral with respect to L1, that is dl1 bar into dl2 bar into AR21 bar, this the whole divided by R21 square. Take it as equation 4. So as we have calculated F1 bar, as we have derived the equation for F1 bar, similarly we can find the force exerted by the first current element on the second current element, that is the magnetic field B1 produced by current element I1 dl1 bar, it exerts a force on I2 dl2 bar, the other second current element. So that force also we can find out. Okay, so the equation for that force will be, right, that is the force F2 bar exerted on the current element 2 due to the magnetic field B1 bar produced by the current element 1. So that is given by F2 bar, this is equal to, so simply whatever are the subscripts, if we just change those subscripts from 1 to 2, 2 to 1, we'll get the equation for F2 bar. Okay, so if we derive it, we are getting the same equation with just the change of the subscripts. Wherever it is 1, make it 2, wherever it is 2, make it 1. That is, the F2 bar will be equal to mu naught I2, this is 1, I will make it 2, this is 2, I will make it 1, divided by 4 pi, this integration, L1 is there, I will make it L2, this is L2, I will make it L1, right. So dl2 bar, so this is L1 bar, dl2 bar, this into, this is dl2 bar, I will make it dl1 bar, okay, this into AR21 it is, I will make it AR12 bar, this divided by, it is R21, I will make it R12 square, right. Take it as equation 5. So from the vector identity we can prove that F2 bar is equal to minus F1 bar, right? Given the magnetic field, the current element, right, we can prove that F2 bar is equal to minus F1 bar. So what it indicates, this F2 bar is equal to minus F1 bar, this obeys the Newton's third law, that is for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Okay, so this is about the derivation. Now let us solve an example on the force between differential current elements. Take this example. Example, a current element I1 dl1 is equal to 10 raised to minus 4 Az bar ampere meter is located at P1 of 2, 0, 0, and another current element I2 dl2 that is equal to 10 raised to minus 6 into Ax bar minus 2 Ay bar plus 3 Az bar ampere meter is located at P2 of minus 2, 0, 0. Both are in free space. Find first one, force exerted on I2 dl2 by I1 dl1, and second, force exerted on I1 dl1 by I2 dl2. So this is just whatever we derived the equation, it is the same thing. We have to find the force exerted by current element 1 on current element 2, and also the force exerted by current element 2 on current element 1. Magnetic field intensity at P1, magnetic field intensity at P1 due to I1 dl1 is given by dh1 bar, this is equal to I1 dl1 bar into ar12 bar, this divided by 4 pi r12 square. Okay, here we have x, y and z. So what they have given in the problem, so it is x, y, z. If we consider this x, this is y, this is z, so they have given P1 at 2, 0, 0, at which there is I1 dl1 current element, and another is along the negative x-axis, that is P2 is minus 2, 0, 0, that is I2 dl2, right? Now unit vector in the direction of r12 bar. So r12 bar, how to find the unit vector? So if you want to find r12 bar, okay, from P1 to P2, r12 bar from P1 to P2, so this is nothing but, so we have to consider r1 to P1 to P2. Okay, that is destination is P2, source is P1, so minus 2 P2, that is destination, minus source, minus 2 Ax bar, because there are no y and z, so we have this as minus 4 Ax bar. Then what is r12? R12 is absolute value of r12, that is square root of minus 4 square, this is 4. So vector, unit vector ar12 bar, this is given by the vector divided by its magnitude, we know this, correct? So this comes out to 2, that is minus 4 Ax bar, this divided by 4, So the 4 and 4 will cancel, we get minus Ax bar. Hence dh1 bar, this is equal to, what is I1? I1 is 10 raised to minus I1 dl1 bar, 10 raised to minus 4 az bar, so it is 10 raised to minus 4 az bar, this into minus Ax bar, that is Ar12 bar, this divided by 4 pi into 4 square. So on simplification we get this as, okay, so here we get this equal to on simplification 10 raised to minus 4 ay bar ampere per meter, this divided by 64 pi. Okay, therefore db1 bar, this is equal to mu naught dh1 bar. So this is equal to, if you multiply mu naught, that is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 with whatever we got just now, that is 10 raised to minus 4 ay bar, this divided by 64 pi, this divided by 64 pi. So this comes out to, answer will be minus, on simplification, minus 0.0625 into 10 raised to minus 11 ay bar Tesla. Okay, ay bar Tesla. Okay, on simplification. So what is the force exerted now? Force exerted on I2 dl2 due to I1 dl1 is given by F2 bar is equal to I2 dl2 bar into db1 bar, that is I2 dl2 bar is 10 raised to minus 6 into, it is given Ax bar minus 2 ay bar plus 3 az bar, okay, this into, right, minus 0.0625 into 10 raised to minus 11 ay bar. So what we get here on simplification, so this will be equal to, see here Ax bar cross ay bar will be az bar, ay bar cross ay bar will be 0, az cross ay, so write it cyclic here, x, y, z, so az cross ay, that into y, this will be minus x, minus ax, okay. So on simplification we get here, this is equal to, that is 0.1875 Ax bar minus 0.0625 az bar into 10 raised to minus 17 newtons, 10 raised to minus 17 newtons. This 0.1875 Ax bar minus 0.0625 az bar to 10 raised to minus 17 newtons. Okay. So let us move on to next part of the problem, right? That is second part of the problem, second part here, right? So dh2 bar, this is equal to, that is we are finding the magnetic field intensity at P2 due to I2 dl2, right? Magnetic field intensity at P2 due to I2 dl2, whereas dh2 bar is equal to I2 dl2 into Ar21 bar, this divided by 4 pi R21 square, okay. So now what is R21? R21 is 2 to 1, source is the second element and destination is the first element, so destination minus the source, 2 to 1, okay. So 2 to 1, first, that is the second is P2 minus 2 0 0, okay. First is 2 comma 0 comma 0, first one, so first minus second, 2 minus of minus 2 it will be, so 2 minus of minus 2 Ax bar, so this will be 4 Ax bar. R21, this will be absolute value of R21, so this comes out to square root of 4 square, that is 4. Fine students, I hope everybody are following here. Yes. Next, Ar21 bar, this is equal to, unit vector is given by the vector divided by its magnitude, So this will be 4 ax bar, this divided by 4, that comes out to ax bar. Next, dh2 bar is given by, what is dh2 bar? Just now we have written the equation I2 dl2. I2 dl2 is 10 raised to minus 6 into ax bar minus 2 ay bar plus 3 az bar, this into ax bar, right? That is ar21 bar, that is ax bar we got now. So this divided by 4 pi into 4 square. So on simplification we get this as 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 64 pi. Okay, so this into ax cross ax is 0, ay cross ax, right? Ay cross ax, cyclic x y z, then y cross x, so we are going in the reverse order, so we get minus az, then az cross ax, so that is cyclic. So next we get x to y, y to z, z to x, that is plus ay we get. Fine. So this is 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 64 pi, this into, we get here 2 az bar plus 3 ay bar ampere per meter, that is dh2 bar. Okay, 2 az bar plus 3 ay bar ampere per meter. So what will be db2 bar then? So db2 bar is given by, next equation, db2 bar is given by, db2 bar is equal to mu naught into dh2 bar. This is equal to, mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. Okay, 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. This into 10 raised to minus 6, divided by 64 pi into 2 az bar plus 3 ay bar, right? On simplification what we get here is, so this is equal to 0.0625 into 10 raised to minus 13. Fine students, so this into 2 az bar plus 3 ay bar Tesla. Next, the force on I1 dl1 due to I2 dl2, that is the force on the first element due to the second element, that is F1 bar is given by I1 dl1 bar into db2 bar. This comes out to, so I1 dl1 bar, it is 10 raised to minus 4 az bar, this into db2 bar, it is what we obtained just now, that is 0.0625 into 10 raised to minus 13 into 2 az bar plus 3 ay bar. So this comes out to, on simplification, we have obtained here 10 raised to minus 4 az bar into 0.0625 into 10 raised to minus 13 into 2 az bar plus 3 ay bar. On simplification we get here, this will be equal to 0.0625 into 10 raised to minus 17 into minus 3 ax bar, because z cross z is 0, so z cross y is ax, x y z goes cyclic, x y z, so z cross y, we are going in the reverse order, so z cross y will be minus ax, correct? So this is minus 3 ax bar. On simplification we get this as minus 0.1875 into 10 raised to minus 17 newtons, or this is equal to minus 1.875 into 10 raised to minus 18 newtons, 10 raised to minus 18 ax bar is ax bar newtons. So the final answer is F1 bar is equal to minus 1.875 into 10 raised to minus 18 ax bar Newton. Fine students. So I hope everybody have understood. If there are any doubts on this topic what we discussed today, please let me know. I'll clarify your doubts. Thank you.